Hello, everyone, and welcome to another installment of the MRL Challenger Series. We are here in the Diamond in the Desert for the Phoenix race. So I just want to start off by saying 156 laps at Phoenix is actually a very long time. Well, we click off about 25, 26-second lap times. These laps are actually going to feel agonizing for some of these drivers. And you may be wondering, well, Private Patton, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm just going to have you take a gander at the times, the leaderboard times for all of this. Um, we have we have the pole time set by Cyber right here. Let me find him. There he is. With a 25.6. But from P2 on, ignore me right there. There's me in P3. Packers in the 806 territory. P3, who will be P3. Story Score with a 5.6. P4, Hunty with an 8.3. And then we go up to the top of the board, or I guess Brandon with a 9, and then we're all, other than that, in the 9 range. The 25 nines to the 26.0. It is insanely close on how close this entire field is. And actually, who is going to be in the in-race reporter spot with me is none other than Agent Orange. Nathan, how you doing today?
Doing fairly well. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. Thank you for asking. So, you are actually going to be lining up P7 here, and out of the 20 drivers that currently are about ready to take the green, you are in the top third of the field. Now, we were actually having a conversation of this during qualifying, and P7 will technically get you into the round of 8, but with how stacked this competition is, we have a big question mark as to how the points are going to look. You are very close to the cutoff line.
It's time for me to kind of step up my game and get uh, more stage points. I had some bad luck go my way in the past two races, the first two races, but I feel like this race and the next couple races are really going to show who has the consistent skills and who's able to manage their equipment the best.
Well, that's one of the things that we have to see here, is because you are, you're actually one of the 5 drivers that are actually in the single digit cutoff range. Be right, Brandon in P4 in the title fight is actually 6 points ahead. Jordan Jauja, 5 points ahead. You and Kate are actually tied with 4 points, and then Monster is the cutoff spot with a singular point above the cutoff time. So with that, we have a lot of drivers that are actually very close to making it to the playoffs. Currently, one person is in, and only one person is in. Actually, the last week winner, Xander, actually decided to leave. So he basically gave up his spot in the playoffs. And here we are. So, with that, we are just waiting for 9:45 to roll on around here, as we usually do here. And with that, What are your expectations for the race, Nathan? You said it's going to be a long run type of race. Phoenix is very driver centric.
It definitely is. A lot of blown tires at Phoenix. Uh, tire. If you don't know how to manage them, tires will blow out before you run out of fuel, and people are going to try to push those tires to get the most laps they can out of. You're going to see some blown tires tonight. I can guarantee that.
Well, we'll have to see here because it is time to go. Nathan, if you could send me a couple of invites, that'd be fantastic because I cannot wait to see how this race is going to unfold. But yeah, just going on through the rest of the field, though, we have really even 15th place runner Fast Camaro is running in the 26-1 territory. And with the 3 drivers that are going to be completing out this field, they all 3 had to leave early for this qualifying session, giving up their time. And we are now, well, going to have to see how the 20 car of BS, the 8 car UK, he's already has a win, so I'm sure he's not that worried. And Piper is going to be dealing with starting from the rear. But as we just back on out of the lobby, let's just basically accept our little invite right now, and let's see how this is going to roll. Um, so, um, right now, this is. How can I describe Phoenix? Phoenix is one of those tracks that you have to take it easy on. As much as you feel like Superman being on fresh tires, you have to let off in order to, um, well, really make the years work. Nathan, you kind of hit the nail on the head here with how quickly these tires wear. You are bound to see a tire pop before the end of the run. Now, stages are about the length of, well, first stage is actually the all important stage. You have to make it in a no stop in order for that to happen. So I wonder if these guys actually are looking at that as we are going now. And with that, the three of Cyber who got the pole this time around will be taking the green flag. And look at that, everyone kind of fan out. We're going to be going from the front to back cam, and look at everyone all fan out. We're 3 wide back in the middle of the pack, and that is just how close Phoenix is, because going into all this, last time we were here was actually the Sportsman Series, the Truck Series. So some of these guys have a little bit of, well, I guess, recurrence with here. We have a couple drivers like Hunty, who is in the Sportsman Series, but he was not in the race. But the 42 of Hunty, making his first race of the season, got a little bit packed in the rear by the 86 of Bassbug, and then the 23 of Story Square will be all in a row. And that is not fun, as everyone is really diving it on down in order to make up some ground here early in this run. Now, like I said, some people are taking the dog leg, some people are not. And I feel like if you're not taking the dog leg, you are trying to make this the entire way in one stop. Because am I correct in saying that, Nathan, that this is basically, you have to make it in a zero stopper?
Fuel-wise, you can. It's whether you can manage your tires or not.
Well, that's going to be the big question mark here. Basically, just looking at everyone with the field, if you are taking the dog leg, you're not really worried about tires at all. So this is going to be the big question mark. Who is going to be taking it easy? Who will not? There are some people that are making their first starts, like Kalen here, and like I said, Hunty. Both of these drivers are definitely trying to make up their way through the field. Monster is on the prowl here. Monster is a driver that started P10 and has already made his way up to P2. So Monster has always said, and I know him racing in another league, that Phoenix is actually his best track. He came so close to a win at Daytona, being robbed of it right as the yellow came out. And he won stage 1 in Auto Club. So he's getting so close to that first win in this league. And if he can get that first win, that means he actually punches his ticket to the All-Star race, which is actually going to be coming up here soon. So some people are getting aggressive, some people are not, and it's all about, Phoenix is all about that balancing act. While the tires start wearing, when you get off the corner, it's not enough to start like really worrying about getting loose on corner exit, but you're definitely going to see a lot of these drivers try and push the envelope here. Like the 8 of UK, let's actually go on board with UK here, who has made up almost half of his positions, just outside the top 10 right now. Currently sitting in P11, actually, so literally right outside the top 10. So these guys are trying to make up their way through the field. Same thing with the 20. The 20 of BS14 cars, not making as well of a bounce up through the field, but he is doing his best nonetheless. Here is Piper, who is actually rounding out the field, and now you have these guys that are actually trying to really come out at it here. Now, the top two has pulled away, and Nathan, you're in a huge battle for P3 right now. That may have been a bad time to go to you right there. Well, maybe that P4, but I'm just saying P3 is just in front of you, so that's why I was just kind of grouping that all together. But yeah, it is all about breaking free of that little pack right there and making sure that you are not a part of that instance. But Nathan, how many laps are in this stage?
I believe it was 36.
Yeah, so definitely it's all about making sure that your tires can make it the entire way. Because 36 is pushing the envelope when it comes to tires. Usually about 25, maybe 30 is what you are looking at here. But as I was looking at that, here is the battle for the lead. The 1 versus the 3. Cyber goes high, Monster goes low, and Monster has absolutely tracked down this 3. Like I said, starting from P10, the 1 is on the prowl, actually scruffing the wall right there. Cyber's still leading that lap, and the 1 will dive it on down and will get the lead should the 3 not get the momentum coming off the corner. But just like that, the 1 so good on corner exits going to be side by side. This is a game of inches and not miles, and he will throw it on down into turn 3 and clear the 3 right there. Excellent move by the 1, mining his way up through the field, and Monster getting credit for that lap. He's not saving whatsoever. I will tell you that right now. So yeah, these guys are definitely looking to really just kind of get themselves settled in. The 8, his teammate, 8, a Mopower Cat, Monster's teammate, same thing with Hunty. These guys are making their way through the field. Hunty is kind of stagnated, not really being able to make up some time, not losing time either, but he is sitting in that all-important, well, I guess P5 right now, but about to be P6 if Bass can get around him. Bass, while we are on that topic, is 5 points below the cutoff line, and it's going to be, or sorry, 1 point below that cutoff line. It's BS14 cars that is 5 points below, so these stage points are going to be very, very important. If you can make the entire stage on tires, that's going to be the big question mark. A lot of comers and goers is what I'm seeing, Nathan. A lot of people that started in the rear is making their way through the field, but that's going to be very important later, is that their tires are going to be absolutely shot. Could you possibly offer some insight on what your tires is right now?
My right front is 70%. My right rear is 60%.
And
2 laps to go.
Oh, it's still a lot of time. There's definitely going to be some people that won't be able to do it, and there will be, I can guarantee, at least one person that will. The person that I'm looking at that possibly will is going to be that 20 car. The 20 car puts in so much practice, so let's actually go on board with him. There he is. I know he says he hates Phoenix, but he knows how to get the race done here, and I can just tell by his line and by his corner entry and exit that he is really saving those tires. So he's definitely going to be looking to see how he's going to turn on out for the rest of this stage. But things are heating up here. That P5 battle is not going away, and as the 8 goes past his teammate in the 42, it's now up to the 8, who, like I said, is already into the playoffs right now to try to move forward. The 47 as well. That is, of course, B-Right, Brandon, who is currently in the playoffs right now, not really saving much time. Now, you may notice that some custom schemes are out there. This is one of those exceptions for customs. A lot of, as long as they run their number. Even then, there's an exception to that, because he was pestering me so much, and I just wanted him to shut up, essentially. So, let's go on board with him. This guy right here, um, yeah, pestering me so much about that stupid 95. So there we go. Um, Eventually, just had to give up on it and just be like, you know what, whatever. Anywho, so one thing I'm back on board with the 32 here, the 32 of Fast Camaro, who is the final Mopowa teammate. Or actually, no. Well, he's a satellite to Mopowa, so I guess I kind of include him in that little circle. Um, he is in his own team called Camaro Racing, but which is a satellite team of Mopowa. He is definitely saving. He just let the 20 go right there. He knows that this is a battle of, well, inches and not miles, as I'm going to be calling it. So these guys are definitely going to be ones to watch here as the racing goes on. But that's in the back of the pack, though. Back moving forward, the 8 has gotten around the 86, who has both gotten around the 47 of Brandon. And the 17, who is in front of UK, has absolutely stomped away from these three. I think Packers, who's very well known for his long run strategies, are starting to come into play here. I wonder what if Packers can get it done here, Nathan. It's been a while since we've seen Packers in victory lane.
Yeah, it has, but he's definitely one of those guys that I would never bet against when it comes to fuel saving or tire conservation.
Of course, tire conservation is actually what allowed him to, of course, win Season 0 MRL Cup Kentucky. Kentucky was one of those tracks that it wasn't about fuel. It wasn't about well, actually, it was about tires. Now that I say that, but being able to cut an entire pit stop away from everyone else was what gave him the win right there. And of course, his long run pit strategies to win him Season 0 Las Vegas. Very interesting all around on how he's been able to get his 2 cup wins so far. Now, he hasn't won in Challenger. That's an entire set of beasts right there. But stage racing, of course. We're out to see currently in the Challenger Series 2 winners this season in 2 different races. And as we are looking right now, it could be 3. We go 3 for 3 right now. I'm noticing that the 47 has really started falling off. I think the 47, its tires are absolutely gone right now. So that's going to be the big question mark. And basically this entire stage is bent on no cautions. If there's no cautions throughout this entire first stage, then you are golden. But that is a big if. Especially with 20 drivers on track, and it looks like to me right now, as the top 5 are actually starting to combine themselves a little bit. The 17 has almost caught the 3 and the 1. The 1 and the 3 have not left each other, and the 8 is actually catching on the 17. The top 5 is actually starting to get closer and closer to each other. That's
Next
actually
time across the line will be 10 to go.
10 to go, and could you give us an update on your tires?
48-27.
Ooh, it's going to be close. I will tell you right now, there will be people that will not be able to make it. There will be people that will. And if you can get it done here in stage 1, you are set for the entire race. If you can't, you are on the back foot the entire rest of the race. Ooh, Bass just actually clapped the wall there going out of turn 2. Not good for that green car. Vastbuck now currently sitting P6. Jordan Johnson making his way up into P7. So there is the top 6 right there in front. P8 belongs to Cade. P9 belongs to Kalen. P10 belongs to Brandon. P11 Nathan. P12 Story Square, P12 Story Square, P13 Justin Shackett, P14 belongs to Tomboy, and let's kind of go back through the rest of the field, and you can actually see that as these guys are, I think the 95 just blew a tire. I think, yep, Jagger May just blew a tire right there. Either that or he got too loose. And there we go. But himself and Piper are out of in P19 and 20 right now, and they're about to get lapped. I know they're aggressively saving right now, and trying not to get their tires. As someone does come off a pit road, Sleever has already left, so make that P18 and 19. That was, oh, the 20 just came off a pit road. Oh, I guess his strategy was not able to work. And not only did he lose 1 lap, but he lost 2. He has to go all the way up and past the 1 in order to get back his, at least one of his laps in order to have a shot. So right now, currently the Lucky Dog does belong to the 95, and we're going to see the 1 pits. The 1 pits right there, so he is not able to work on it to make it all the way. The 3 of Cyber is now going to take that lead, and the 95 will go official lap down right there. And now the 8 of Mopower Cat, can these guys be able to make it all the way? People are starting to drop in terms of tire wear. These guys are now in the hot seat. Who will be able to make 5 to go? Is it right now or coming to the line?
5 to go right now.
5 to go right now. And so this is going to be the big question mark for everyone's hopes for a possible race win. Can you make, as we go 4 to go, 4 more laps without blowing a tire? Or at least make it to turn 3 on the last lap. Let's see if anyone's going to come on down this time. I don't see anyone making that sharp left turn. And nope, at the 3, it's currently a Mopower 1, 2, 3 right now, as Cyber, UK, and Hunty are 1, 2, 3. So right now you have 3 to go now. Cyber, UK, and Hunty showing no signs of making it or making it a one-stopper at all. No one deciding to pit. This time, the 3 and the 4, no, 42! The 42 comes on down! Oh my goodness me. People have really started backing off the pace right now. As we go 2 to go, what can the 3 and the 8 do? Are they going to be able to do that? The 20 of BS is now good.
Blue tire.
Which one?
Shackett blue tire.
Shackett? Justin Shackett blew a tire. Will this be a caution?
I don't think so. It was a single car incident.
Looks like Cyber and UK are going to be able to make it all the way because we are going down to 1 more to go. Packers has really backed off the pace. I can tell right now. These guys are really saving. And Nathan, are you in P4 right now?
I'm in P10.
P10. A lot of these guys not being able to make it. Oh my goodness. Oh, and the 95 is still spinning. Going on through the turn 2. Oh, everyone's putting around right now, trying to make it all the way around. And I'm going to need stage results because I have no idea who's able to do that. Cyber coming out into the stage 1 win, making it all the way. I want to know what his tires are at because that was insane.
I finished on 1% on my right rear.
Still in P10?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow. Who got the lucky dog?
Give me 1 second. Piper.
Piper? What position was he in?
One second. Let me put in my...
Oh, of course. Yeah, take your time. And of course, stage results will be fantastic.
I already got it.
Thank you. So, Cyber, it's a Mopower 1 front row at least.
P13.
P13. And pivotally, all those that all pit behind him. So Piper was in P13. That means Monster, Justin Shackett, all of these guys are going to be out, and they're all battling now for the lucky dog. Bassbuck, Hunty, all of these guys back here that were battling for the top spot, now suddenly all fighting for a singular spot. Fast Camaro was actually able to make it all the way, so good from him. Keith as well was able to make it all the way too. Now it's Oh, people are moving each other right now going into turn 3. People are moving in order to go up all the way. Now, this stage is going to be very the exact opposite, I will say. It is basically go and pit at one stop. Basically, split in half, you're good to go. Uh, very not much of a strategy involved right there. Ooh, my goodness, as that was a big move by Story Square right there, I do believe. Yep, that 23 car just in front. 3Y as Monster is already fighting. That is not for position, but he would be fighting for P8 right now. Packers as well. You can tell he's running a tighter setup just based on how fast he is dropping. He got P3 in that stage, if I recall correctly. So these guys are doing their absolute damnedest in order to make it all the way into this stage. Now, Nathan, how many laps are in this stage?
I believe it was 54, 53.
Oh yeah, this is a very clear cut, split in half. You're good to go. Obviously, you're off to a better start if you are able to extend that stint a little bit farther. The farther you can go, the better off you're going to be. But you don't want to go too far and get undercut by the rest of your competition. That's why I'm thinking a lot of these drivers are going to be pitting at the halfway mark of the stage, so roughly around 25, 26, 27. Everyone was able to do that last stage, which was the all-important stage 1, where if you weren't able to do a no-stopper here in that stage, you are, well, not really having a fun time. So, change for the lead. UK has moved his way into P1, and a couple new faces up here fighting for the top 5. Cade's up here in the top 5. Jordan Jalja as well. A lot of... Oh, my goodness. Oh, my god. Oh, wow. 2-car wreck right there. That may be our first caution of the race. And it will be. What happened there?
Story Square tried to put me in the wall a couple laps ago, so I just gave him a little love tap to show him I didn't appreciate that, and then he kind of took it to the extreme.
Ooh. Well, we're gonna have to see. So, pivotally, I think that gave Monster the lucky dog right there. So that is gonna be huge for his race, as now everyone else is gonna be fighting for that lucky dog spot now. Monster, who has flown his way through the entire field. I mean, we'll have to see if he can do it yet again. And now from the dead rear of the pack, as I think some people...
Asbuck and BS took away from him.
That's interesting, I will say. So that's another way... I guess that's just showing... Tempers are flaring, as they would say, as the kids say nowadays. But definitely, these guys are going to be looking for a... Well, I guess that's another way of getting back on the lead lap, I will say, is getting onto the wave around strategy, as everyone else in front of these guys are on fresh rubber. The Bassbuck, and you said, who else?
I think it was BS.
Got back in the lead lap the hard way by taking the wave around. So I will let you focus. I know that you're busy right now. So going on through all of the field right now. New leader, the 47, was able to get the lead right there. And I think that was just because of starting on the bottom. Oh, starting on the bottom is so crucial in order for these restarts. Getting restarting on the high side is almost a death sentence, I will say. So, the 47 currently leads. Mopala Cap P2. Cyber and Jordan Jauja fighting for P3 right now. So those guys are going at it. As everyone else is still 3Y back there. Hunty down low. Story Square in the middle. Nathan up top. There we go. But everyone is kind of throwing it on down. Turn 1 is a big cool for that, as a big move is being made by the 19 and makes it work as the 77 is now cleared. So, one caution so far in this race, and as we are approaching halfway, as we get done with stage 2 here, it's gonna be interesting to see how this race is gonna turn out. Hopefully,
who's the 68? Tell him.
that is Piper.
I'm so sorry, Piper.
Oof.
I locked it up and just slid straight into it.
Ay, ay, ay. Well, at least we have that. So, going 4 wide here out of turn 4. Monster is trying to make his way forward. Ooh, but a little bit of contact in front of him. And I will have to calm myself right now. Let's get a quick drink of water. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So we're on board with the 21 of Cade right now, who's sitting P5. Now, he's currently in the playoffs, if the playoffs started right now. Currently sitting, actually, funnily enough, P5 in the standings. So he is going to be trying to move forward. But speaking of moving forward, it is a wild race up for that lead right there. Let's actually go on board with that, because the top 4 are all sitting literally in a literal line. The 47 currently leads. UK trying to get the high side momentum but that dog leg will clear himself to the 47, and now UK is going to try to go for the overcut as the 47 dives in and down a little bit too hard, but not enough. The 8 will go side by side. Now the 24 and the 3 are going to be looking and smelling blood. Not too much room given to the 47 as well as the 8, as there's a little bit of contact in between right there. Going down the dog like the 24 is going to actually go with the high side here, try to get the run off and try to split maybe these two. The 47 dives it on a little bit too hard again. It seems turn 1 is his Achilles heel, and now going into the backstretch, the 8 officially takes the lead. Now this opens up the door for the 24 now. What can he do? The 8 goes up a little bit too high. The 24 goes down low. And coming out of the turn, the 24 may be able to take the lead right here as we're going to go 3 wide into turn 3. Or turn 1. Old turn 3. So, we have a big mover right now. Here's Tomboy. Tomboy started in towards the back of the pack, like in the initial start of this race. He was able to survive stage 1, and now he is ready and waiting in order to get this race underway now, as he doesn't really have to worry about strategy at all. Strategy is one of those things that have been a foregone conclusion here. Getting a little bit of help from hang on. The 60 to Kalen. Oh, I guess that was not Piper, that was Kalen, so I'm gonna change up that message.
I let him have it back in the next quarter. I just made a rookie mistake. Locked it up, turned it left, and went straight.
Yeah, well, it happens sometimes. So, we have a couple of movers here in that run. So here's Tomboy in that 88 car. So currently sitting in P8. P9 belongs to Kalen. P10.
Jack.
Oh, P10. P9 is. Oh, I'm still counting lap cars. I apologize. So that's going to be a big question mark, and see if these guys are actually a lap down or not. So, do you happen to know if you said Shackett's on the lead lap or no?
Actually, no, Shackett is not on the lead lap. 8th is Monster, 9th is Packers, 11th is Bassbuck, 12th is Keith.
Gotcha. All right, well that makes a little bit more sense. Bass making some work on those old tires. Definitely not as good as fresh rubber, but he'll have to take what he can get by just getting back on the lead lap. So he's basically not really throwing away the stage, but he is looking to basically go with a mulligan. So these guys here are definitely trying to make up the way through the field. As I go back to the front of the pack here, what was a battle for the lead is no longer a thing. UK has started checking out from this front pack, and now it's a battle for P2. Brandon in P2, Cyber P3, and then you have Jordan Jobs in P4. But don't look now. The 42 of Hunty, who I'm not sure is a lead lap car or not, is looking to take maybe if it's not P5, it's definitely for the lucky dog spot. But that's going to be a big question mark as for all of these guys here. As I'm looking in the back of this pack and look at this wad back here, Cade is not. He doesn't have to worry about it because he is just in front of these guys. But then you have the 1 of Monster, the 88 of Tomboy, and then the 95 Justin Shackett. Then you have the 17 of Packers, who I think is just starting to just save right now. I think he's just riding. And unfortunately, by him just riding, everyone being the ever so aggressor is going to be taking advantage of that, and he is losing spots. What was a P3 run now, Packers is now right on the bottom half of the top 10. But that's what Phoenix does, honestly. Phoenix is one of those tracks that is so hard on tires, and you can really tell the aggression picks up as the tires start wearing. And just like that, Tomboy, oh my goodness, being stuck on the high side here, not getting a whole lot of love.
Hate it.
Mopal Cat. What lap is it?
Give me just a second. Is 25 to go.
25 to go. So I guess that makes sense. He can technically pit now, and the window is open in order to make it all the way through. And here, well, you said the 8 pit? He's still out on track.
Cade.
Oh, Cade! Oh, okay, well, that makes a lot more sense. I'm about to say, the 8's still on track. I didn't know what you were talking about originally. I'm not exactly sure if this 42 is on the lead lap, but Hunty is definitely trying his best in order to just stay up in front of this field no matter what, because even if he is the lucky dog, he will try to get his race win, his first of the season, weird to say that, in the stage 3. So we're going to see here, as people are pitting here, more than not, these guys are... Ooh, we see the 77's on pit road, Justin Shackett's on pit road. See if there's anyone else that I'm missing. 44 has long left the race. We saw Story Square already pit. So yeah, now pit window is officially open as the laps start clicking on off. So the more laps that they take on by, the more likely a chance that you're going to get cut by the undercut. And speaking of, the 1 decides to come on down pit lane, saying that, hey, enough's enough. I'm not going to win like this, or at least get some good points. So he is definitely moving forward. There's Stories who are coming off pit road. I'm not seeing any of the top guys start pitting yet. No one's really making that move. As I say that, the 47, ooh, that was just a really aggressive line right there. And now it's going to be a battle in order between Brandon and the 42. Again, I just want to clarify, the 42, I'm not sure if he's a lap down or not. So we'll have to see if he is, because the 47 is racing him like he is, so I'm assuming he is. No one coming down this time. I'm assuming these guys are going to be waiting as long as they can in order to get those pit stops get those four freshies. Nathan and Bassbuck are actually on down in pit road, and weird actually as they are literally the two stalls away from each other. So weird how that works out sometimes. So it's going to be interesting to see how the crews do their work and see who's going to be the one to come on off of pit road first. Justin Shackett plows the inside wall right there is what we saw. So Cade was the first one down on pit road. Tomboy also making his stop, and he is down and away. So Cade far and away from these guys, from Monster at least. So that was the outskirts of the top 5. So Monster is on his way back into contention here, and we will see how this is going to roll on out. I don't think anyone else is pitting yet. No, the front runners are not pit. But as UK is dealing with the traffic that has already pit, this is going to be crucial for his race because there's a possibility for him to start losing some time. UK is currently on the outside of Tomboy, who has already pit, so his tires are fresher and he will be faster. But now he also has to deal with side-by-side action of the fast Camaro, the 32 on the outside, and now Tomboy getting his way past both of them. These guys are trying to stay on the lead lap right now, or trying to avoid going 2 down as the leaders, B-Right, has started to come on down pit lane. I don't think anyone else has signaled to come on down quite yet. Cyber has not yet. Jordan Jalja has not yet. And that will actually be the remainder of the top 4. We do see that Hunty has already come on down pit lane, so that was probably the same lap as B-Right. So let's actually go on board with them. Oh, there he is right there. So some have made their pit stops, some have not. I'm sorry I can't quite give a good representation on where everyone is because it's continuously changing. Ooh, no love lost between teammates right here. You have the 21 and the 47 right here. The 21 is on slightly more used tires than the 47, but the 47 not giving him any room whatsoever. And of course, they're not official teammates. The 21's on a VPR satellite team. So, looks like Jordan Jalja has come on down pit lane. I'm assuming Cyber has already pit as well. Yep, UK has already pit, and he's down and away. Jordan Jalja. Jordan, either UK sped, or Jordan Jalja took 2 tires.
Bold move, Cotton.
Bold move, Cotton. Let's see where it takes him. Cyber's down on pit lane right now. So either UK sped or the 24 took 2 tires. We'll have to see what kind of pace he has as the 95 of Justin Shackett. Being ever the aggressor here, I think the 42 of Hunty may have also taken 2. I'm not 100% on that.
Dagger.
Well, he's been cutting the dog like very, very closely, so that was bound to happen sooner or later. I was actually on board with you when I saw that happen, so interesting. But yeah, going on board with everyone, I think I do believe and I do declare that the 24, based on his speed, is on 4 tires, so that means UK sped. So, am I correct in saying that coming around right now, the 24 is the leader?
It shows a custom car in turn 1. I think it was the 21.
Okay, how about now?
Still custom.
Okay, let's see. Let's actually have to go
32.
through the field.
32.
The Fast
Fast Camaro.
Camaro. Fast Camaro is the leader. All right, so interesting. There's no way that he can make it on fuel. He
No.
will have to pit for tires eventually. So here is the leader, Fast Camaro. Wow. So if you're not aware about who Fast Camaro is, I know him from another league. He is one of those silent but deadly types. When the opportunity arises, he will strike, but he will not go out and dominate a race. So, um, a lot of these guys in MRL aren't aware on who the 32 is, but Fast Camaro is like one of those guys that don't count him out because should the circumstance arise, he can get it done.
8 to go.
8 to go. Yeah, there's almost no way he can go on tires. Even if he's saving fuel, there's no way he can go on tires. And if he is, then what an absolute power move by him. But we'll have to see here, and that's the thing with Phoenix, that pit road is such a penalty in and of itself. He is by pitting, he's giving up so much time because of how long this pit road is. So, well, it looks like I may have been wrong. The 8 did just get past the 24, so I don't know if the 24 made a mistake or something or other, but now the 24 is now back to P3. Mopal Cat still in the P2 position, but he is closing in on that 32. 32 showing no sign of pitting yet, quite yet. And I can only assume that they're in a party together, so I'm sure the 8 knows exactly if and when the 32 is coming on down. But it's going to be a question on when we are going to be made aware of it. Now, there goes Piper, not getting off pit road right there, so he went as long as he could. On board with Cyber now. Nathan, what spot is Cyber in?
5th. I'm in 6th, right behind.
Okay. So I guess maybe I was just wrong about UK. I guess, yeah, it was just Jordan Johnson taking 2 tires. So, sometimes it bees like that sometimes. But that is a wad right behind. That is something that I don't want to be a part of, is with everyone just making the moves, moving and grooving, schmoving and looving. We have still the leader of the 32 of Fast Camaro. But
it's the 8 now.
It's the 8 now, because I just caught it going on board. So he's still out there, Fast Camaro is. He's going to try to go for this, I guess, technical one-stop of Stage 2, but I don't think he's going to run out of time. He's going to run out of either fuel or tires or something or other, because he is now in P4, about to be P5. Two to go left in the stage. You have here comes the 32, the 77 of Keith, but that's gonna also hurt the 3 of Cyber, and just like that, the 32 is gonna stay out of the way. The 1 and 3 is going to gain some positions. The 77 not giving any room to the lead lap cars, and the 3 kind of showing his disapproval with that. 1 lap to go here in this stage. Let's go back on board with the leaders here. So UK has absolutely blown the 47 of Brandon out of the water and will win stage 2 quite easily. And there is P3 of Jordan Judge. So those 2 tires actually made it happen right there. And as everyone is wrecking coming to the line, the stage is done. Fast Camaro, did he get in the top 10?
No, he 11th.
Oof. Oh, that strategy did not work out.
Ready for lap board. Got Mo Power Cat, B Right, Jordan Dodger, Cyber, Monster, Bass Bug, Agent Orange, Packers, Big Hub, Arcade, Tomboy, Fast Camaro, BS14, Story Square, Kalen, Keith, the first car lap down, Shackett, Hunty, Piper, all lap down, then Jagger 2 laps down.
Mm.
Sorry to spit it at you like that.
Well, we're gonna have to see because now we're in the all-important stage 3 here. This is a well, okay. So as the race is now the longest that we've ever been, it's still a one-stopper of a race. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like 66 laps, I do believe.
I'll tell you when we hit the line.
The 86 of Bassbuck moving his way back up to the leads, or not to the lead pack. So we'll have to see how this is going to roll for these guys. Cyber trying to make it happen here, but
58 to go.
58 to go. So still solid. Oh my goodness! There's a 3 getting into the outside of the wall right there. I think there was a little bit of contact. No harm, no foul. But the 86 of Bass is absolutely losing so much time as the 17 of Packers is now moving forward again. I wonder if it's just his long run setup that's kind of hindering him on the short run, or what. So we're gonna have to see here. Ooh, but just like that, the 17 of Packers overshoots turn 1 and makes contact with a 19. It's gonna be 3 wide coming off the corner, and the
I think
1.
the 17 got a little help from behind.
Oh, well, that would do it. From my camera perspective, I only saw the 17, so we'll have to see. The 1, though, definitely looks loose, I will say that. Still, though, the 8 is in the lead right now, having a fine race, I will say. I wouldn't say like it's a Sunday drive, but definitely a race that I mean, he said he didn't even want to be a part of it. He said, unfortunately, he has to race. I'm just like, well, technically, you don't have to. You already won. But he's like, nah, I'm going to come on out anyway. And look where he is. So you said Hunty was was a lap down, correct?
Yes.
Was he the lucky dog?
No, he was
Oof, who was the lucky dog then?
not. I think it was Keith was the first car lap
Oh, Hunty having a very terrible race then, indeed. That's not what you want in in your debut race, I will say. But these guys are definitely trying to, make the best out of a bad situation. But that's exactly what I was talking about. Stage 1 really sets you up for the entire rest of the race. If you could make it on fuel, you were in the running. Other than that, you had to do some weird pit calls like Bassbuck did in stage 2 and take the wave around. As long as you survived that initial run, you were golden. 17 in the
gamble on a caution.
or gamble on a caution, exactly. We have a little bit of Discord talk. The 47 of Brandon, who we're on board with right now, saying that he's tired of racing Jordan Jauja. Some context is needed for that statement. They actually just had a race here on at Phoenix this past Friday, and those two were side by side almost the entire race. So that's the context needed for that statement. So those two always together at this track here, and but I'll tell you what's always together. This field going through turn 3, everyone making contact with everyone. Some people just overshooting the corner. Bassbuck, I'm pretty sure, is not quite driving angry, but driving aggressive in order to make up for lost time here. But he's getting it done. He's moving his way back forward. So we'll have to see how this is going to turn on out. Can anyone challenge the 8 car? He is absolutely gone right now. Ooh, the 86 moves the 95 out of the way. Again, kind of blowing the corner. There he goes, the 95, getting it done. Wow, what a move by the 95. I did not expect that to work, but hey, you know what? To each their own. So with that, you had um, a big momentum shift here. So the top three, or sorry, top two have been able to drive away. The 24 is trying to chase on down the 8, but the 47 is still, I wouldn't say a cork in the bottle, I would say, but he's not helping the rest of the field because everyone's kind of bottled behind. And as we see 3 wide, Bassbuck trying to go 3 wide, but backs on out of it at the last possible second. Hunty is also in this battle, trying to get his lap back the hard way. Yeah, everyone's racing for everyone right now, just trying to get away from each other. And of course, you have a couple of lap down drivers mixed in with these guys. So you have the 42 of Hunty, you have the 95 of Justin Shackett, and those are the only ones I can see up in this lead pack. Did you say Sourcecore is on lead lap, Nathan, or no?
He is. He's on 7 plus.
All right, so he is on the lead lap. So that means him and Bassbuck are battling right now, and that is, as you said, for 7th. But yeah, as everyone is just battling with each other right now, if you're in the top 2, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Oh, here's a 21 of Cade. I don't know what happened to him, but he is all by his lonesome out here. The 21, still he's doing better than those a lap down. So I guess he's just got to clock those laps right now. Just really keep plugging away at it. So, yeah, basically this entire pack is all within this little line right here, starting from the start-finish line now to coming off of turn 4. This is the entire field, essentially. The only exceptions being the front 2 and the back 4. So those guys are all the way down low. Piper making a weird line. That is like a real-life NASCAR line with how low he entered in right there. But Kalen getting a little bit of touch happy with the 20 of BS. BS not having the greatest of runs, but not having the worst. He is on the lead lap right now, so at least he has that to put in his resume. But yeah, the all important pit stop here is going to make or break some races. You're going to well, step 1 for Phoenix is trying to get away from each other. You're also trying to time your pit stops accordingly in order to get the best possible outcome. So you saw the 47 be able to shortstop his way past Jordan Jauja and the 8. Now, I would say you tweak that by a couple laps. You pit a smidge earlier than that, and you should be good. I'm saying pit as soon as halfway, but you're playing a very dangerous game. Should a caution come out, your race is almost over. You have to take the wave around, and then you have to go behind this entire pack. So,
and hope that you didn't go too far on the tires that you took.
Exactly. So it's a very dangerous game by splitting the stage in half, but it is, in my opinion, the fastest way to go about things. The 3 getting hyper aggressive. The 47, I think, squeezed them way down low, but the 3 was still there, and because of that, the 47 gets knocked out of the way, and essentially, I think Cyber was just like, you know what, it's time to go. I'm losing too much time behind you. I played fair and clean. It's time to roll. But yeah, with that, the more you battle, the more time you lose, because look how much of a gap the 3 has already put on this field. That's what battling does to the pack at Phoenix. If you can just clear and pull away from your competition, you are in the running for a good finish. You just have to get there. And that's what we're seeing right now is a lot of these guys are really getting aggressive back here, trying to clear each other. And that is the biggest thing that you want to see. Like, people are diving it on down, trying to get a good entry and a good exit. The 95 right here, the 86 have been going at it. The 23 is going to be making his way past as well. Oh my goodness me. These guys are all being choked up. Being choked up here in this run. At the same time, you have a little squabble between the 95 and 86. This is what I've been watching for the past couple laps. Both not giving each other room, and both refusing to let it go. So interesting how that works.
And to mix it in, like Brandon and I were racing for position there, but I was getting hit from behind from some of the lap cars racing their own race, trying to get their lap back.
Yeah, so that's probably one of the biggest things that you don't want to be a part of, is getting caught up in someone else's mess. Now, like, should that 95 and 86 right there, I'm not really sure what's going on back here.
Whatever it is, the 86 is just losing out on that one. 95 is a lap car, so.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the biggest thing, is that you have a lap down car racing with the lead lappers, and now of course the lap down cars should not get out of the way per se, but they should know that, like,
what I'm saying is, instead of bickering back and forth with the 95, he'd be faster off letting the 95 go and then just following them through the pack if he's that much faster.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing here. So essentially, to kind of add on with that, you have two drivers essentially. One who is on the lead lap and one who is not. The one who is not is really starting to falter right now. I don't know if it's just the looseness of the car or if it's the tire wear. But yeah, these guys are definitely not having a good run right now. And really, it's all about just trying to make up for lost time, as essentially now the 86 is no longer within shot of a win, as the top two have just totally checked out. It is essentially, should we go caution free, it's going to be the 24 versus the 8. I will call right now. Don't think I didn't see that as well. Looks like Jagger has called it a night. Don't think I didn't see that as well. I saw the 42 hit the wall, and Nathan, you followed him.
Yeah. It's kind of one of those, like, I'm just going to hold it down. It's either going to be the perfect turn or I'm going to tap it.
Looks like the 23 Story Square is going to come on down pit lane. The same thing with the 20 of BS here. So the 23 losing a lot of time to his competition with how he came on pit road. But we'll have to see here on how he's going to do on exit. Here in the 21 lost a cylinder. I'm just I don't think that's true, but I think it's just more akin to just the tire we're really starting to head on in. But you have there you go. Now you have the 95 who is coming back out on track. The 8 of UK going and passing him. Same thing with the 24. Now it's going to be his job in order. If I'm the 24, I just let the 95 go. Just let him go in order to not lose as much time as possible. The 95 is going to get the spot regardless. Now, here is the critical part. Now, these leaders will have to deal with lap traffic as they are going down. And the UK probably does one of the smartest things you can do and pits that lap. So he doesn't have to worry about the lap traffic coming on through and passing him. Now, if I'm the 24, I'm following him this lap. This lap, you have to pit.
Don't give him any kind of advantage.
Yeah, exactly. Because not only that, but like all of his competition is I think he may have sped. Oh, we're gonna be following Jordan Jauja on pit road right now because that may have been the race right there. I think he was trying to. I think he was trying to make it his way as quickly as possible. I think he may have sped in the process. We're gonna find out now here. So as he hits his box right here, that would be race ending. But essentially, his mindset was you have to not let the 8 go on through. The 8 of UK did one of the smartest things he could and be able to go and avoid the lap traffic that would be passing him. And the 24 did speed. Oh my goodness. Not like this, Jordan. Oh my goodness. So let's find the leader right now. Well, I guess let me rephrase that. Let me find UK. So here's UK. Coming across the start-finish line, Cyber has already completed his service, and yeah, he is miles away from his teammate right now. Oh, Jordan, the 24, just like that. That is the race over. In fact, we're getting a little bit of Discord chatter saying, whoever the blue custom is, thanks. That is what Jordan Josh just said. That means we saw it live when it actually happened, that there was a car immediately behind him that must have pushed him a little bit too far. And you have to realize that the leader has yet to pit. You can't just assume that they aren't going to pit. So that's got to be heartbreaking. So, to kind of regroup here, here is the 24 right back here. I don't know what position he's in, unfortunately. I know he's in front of Keith, so I'm assuming he's out of the top 10. But that's how quickly things can change.
20 to go.
20 to go. Everyone has stopped, to my knowledge. The 8 has cycled back to the lead?
Yes.
Yeah, everyone has stopped then. So right now, these guys are really... so these guys are kind of in a league of their own right now. Having a big... I guess to-do. There's little 2 packs. There's up in your pack right there, Nathan, which I'm assuming is for P4, 5, and 6, correct?
Third, fourth, fifth.
Third, fourth, fifth. That's right, because Jordan Judge pit, so I was including him in that. But then you have the second pack back here, which is Justin Shackett, who's a lap down, then Story Square and BS. So that is 6 and 7 for sure. Packers P8, Monster P9, and then Kalen P10. So that is the top 10 back here. And it seems like no matter how many moves and that is thrown, blocks and all that, these guys just cannot escape each other. They're all running the same line, the same lap times. It's so hard to pass. well, and speaking of pass, the A car is loving what he's seeing right now. There is no one in front of him, no one behind him, and he is literally off to a Sunday drive. One thing that he's not hoping for right now is a yellow. That's the one thing that can end his race.
I'm not hoping for one either, if I do say so myself.
And that's going to be the biggest thing here on how and if it's going to come on out. Usually, the Challenger Series, apart from Daytona, that was the race that had the green white or sorry the green white checkered finish, and we'll have to see if UK can be the benefit factor of that yet again, because now we have a because now we have a run. This entire stage has been caution free. Only one caution the entire race, and that was in stage 2. If these guys can actually go get it done and go caution free, then we're going to be up there in Auto Club territory and have the entirety of this race be, well, essentially race free. Or caution free, not race free. That's not what I meant.
That is a nice little three-way battle for the third here.
Yes, P2 is sailed away from that. Brandon has it. Bass and Nathan wants it. And I just keep looking back to that second pack right there, where there is all of these moving grooves going on. Story Square currently leads that group. Packers behind, so that's P6, P7, P8 belongs to Kalen, P9 now belongs to BS, and now and 10th Monster. But that is just it's a wad back here. But this is actually helping the 88 of Tomboy as well as the 24 Jordan Jauja, who is not without a little bit of help, can get his way up into maybe the top 10 range yet again. The more that these drivers battle, the quicker that he can shine. How many laps you got the line?
Yes.
UK and Cyber have already crossed it, so I'm sure that these guys are essentially just 10 to go. So yeah, 10 agonizing laps for this number 8 Chevrolet. Already has 1 win on the season, and currently the only driver for sure in the playoffs. Even if we have different winners the rest of the season, he will be locked in as the only multi-time winner. And so his playoff points are just adding to his bucket. Sweeping the stages, no less. That is going to be a big haul of points heading his way. And he didn't even want to race this race. So his nearest race competition, I guess I should say, and no, I shouldn't even say like competition. He's not fighting for positions with these two, but the 51 of Piper and the 21 of Cade. The 21 of Cade not having the greatest of runs. I do believe that is P13, but the 51 and the 21 both get out of the way. So a tip of the hat, I'm sure, by the 8 right there. Just acknowledging that, hey, this is not my fight. With how many laps are left, it's best not to do anything. And speaking of doing something, the 17 of Packers has climbed his way to P6. So there's P6, P7 now to Kalen, P8 BS, P9 Monster, and P10 to Story Square. P11 still belongs to Tomboy, but the 24 is immediately behind him. So he is looking for another position from that. P3 now belongs to Bassbuck and is starting to pull away from the 47 and the 19. So These guys, I'm sure, are just looking to complete this race here, as it is now coming down to 5 to go this time, if I'm counting my laps correctly, at least.
Correct.
I am correct.
Yep.
Hey, look at
About,
that.
about
Um,
time.
so, uh, this WAD still oh, big lag surge from the 20 of BS there, and he will lose not one, not two, but 3 positions from that. So BS will lose a lot of positions, and Monster is trying to move forward from that, well, being caught up, I guess, in this WAD right here, and 4 to go right now for these guys. Coming to 3, as UK is about to take that right now. The 77 of Keith is the next one to go a lap down. So 3 to go here. 2 more until safety. The next flag will end on the white flag. So here's P2 in the number 3, his Mopower teammate of Cyber. Uh, oh, but you gotta at least feel for the 42 of Hunty. 42 has shown some speed, but there is no hope for him at this point to salvage a lead lap finish. He will be, ever since stage 1, honestly, he's just been kind of mired back in that pack, and having to pit was what really set him in. But that's the biggest thing is, I guess I would say come in prepared, but who would have thought that many people would have been able to make it on on tires? But 1 to go
I didn't
here.
think of it.
Exactly. 1 to go here in this race. And the battle for a P3 is on. Let's actually go on board with the leader, who will get the checkered flag for his second race win of the season. UK going on through. He's just going to full throttle it. I'm sure he's going to try to aim for his Mopower satellite team. And just like that, will get the race win. Cyber's going to come on P2. Bassbuck's going to get P3, and Figure Eight's done as everyone is wrecking on that front stretch. But behind, and Packers spins before the... Oh, Packers! What are you doing? What happened there, bud? Oh my goodness. What happened to Packers? He finished P10 from that. He was solidly in P6 that entire time. Oh my goodness. Wow. But as everyone is coming across the stripe, let's go on. Oh wow, that was a big question mark as to how that finish went. And I meant stage 1 was won by Cyber, stage 2 was won by UK. So I apologize about that. Fastest lap goes to Bassbuck with a 25.9, only 2 tenths, or sorry, a tenth and a half off of the pole time. So by tenth and a half, I mean full 3 tenths, because P2 was actually that. So let's see here. Let's get the top 3 into our party here, so we can get into interviews. All right, there we go. So these guys are added right now. And as we are waiting for our top three to join the broadcast, let's get a rundown on who and where everyone finished. So, Mopal Cat UK finished P1, of course. Cyber P2, Bassbuck P3, Brandon P4, Nathan Agent Orange P5, Monster P6, Kalen P7, BS P8, Story Square P9, Jordan Judge P10. So Packers, I don't know what happened there at the end. Did not even get into that top 10 as he finishes P11. Tomboy, Fast Camaro P12 and 13. Keith P14. Cade 15th. Hunty, P16. Shackett P17. Piper P18. And then Jagger and Sleever finish out the field in 19th and 20th with DNFs. So, I think we have everyone up in here. Yes, we do. So, let's just say right now, it was one of those races that I didn't expect to go basically caution free. We actually had that one caution split up in the middle with how intense you guys were racing. It was wonderful car control. But we're going to have to start from the top here and see how things are going to roll. We have the third place finisher, Batsbuck. How are you doing today, boss?
Uh, been better. Happy with third, but I'm just kind of irate.
I'm kind of irate. Well, it
Kind
seemed
of.
like
Just a little bit.
Well, it seemed like you were able to drive from the front to the back, because with how aggressive everyone was, you were either put three wide or sometimes in the wall.
Okay.
It's, it seems like you had a fast piece, though. Let's start with that. You had um, a number three ride. Unfortunately, is where you finished. But what do you think was the deciding factor?
Well, I couldn't quite save tires as the guys who didn't pit in stage one and all that, so that tracked me a lot down. So that was fun. Then um, after that, got back on the lead lap by taking a wave. That was cool. Uh, I don't know. I felt pretty fast, and then just at the end, just I don't even like absolutely ridiculous. The stuff that Shackett was pulling on me like was just I can't even. I don't know. He was 49th, racing the leaders, moving me, dooring me. Like I've seen some stuff in my life, but that was up there. So that was fun. Lost probably 10 seconds off that nonsense. Came back, finished third. Good racing with Nathan, and good went to Mo Palacat. He was definitely the fastest probably car out there. But yeah, it was an interesting race.
Well, I'll tell you what, you were on the outside in looking to the playoffs. Actually, 1 point was the cutoff going into this race. Now, I would have to say that is probably breached, as some of the guys in the playoffs did not have a good race. As we move to Texas next week, what are your expectations?
Uh, Pack racing, chaos, caution fest. Sounds pretty fun, honestly. I can't wait. But yeah, shout out DEI. First podium for them. That's fun. And yeah.
Well, there we go. First podium for DEI. I'll tell you what, though. The other team that was looking strong was actually Mopawa, and we're gonna go turn on over to the second place finisher here. So we have to go over to Austin Dillon. Cyber. Much like on Saturday, it was a Mopawa 1-2-3. It's not 1-2-3. 1-2. And on Tuesday, yet again. Unfortunately, it's the same finishing order as Saturday, but still, a 1-2 for the team has to feel good.
Yeah, it really does feel good. I mean, where I was exiting last week, which was Auto Club, I wasn't really here because I was in the trip in LA. My main priority tonight was just to get good stage points, get back in the rhythm and fight and get in the playoffs. Won a stage, finished fourth in the second one. Car felt good in the first stage. I mean, hard we were on stable adjustments mainly on the preset. Second stage, I kind of fell off just a bit, so I made like it a little loose to, counterattack it, which kind of helped a bit in the long run. And then the final stage, I mean, I knew where my car was at that point. I mean, I was just setting up for a long run, and then, yeah, basically got second. Mopow again's 1-2. I'm happy.
Well, there we go. And much like what I was talking about with Bass here, is you had a you said yourself that you were not able to start off the season well. Unfortunately, lagging out of the first race and not showing up for Auto Club. You're up a steep hill in order to make the playoffs.
I mean, if I did it before, which was last season, when I entered, I think, the second race, and I was still able to make it, I mean, I've made it through some times where I was like mired back in the points. Somehow made it all the way up, back up in the points. So yeah, I'm not gonna cut myself out of this. I'll get back up there.
All right. Well, I guess we'll have to see how and when you do, because as we go into the next race of Texas, you finished pretty well there in season zero. Now, of course, that was with no stages. We'll have to see exactly how well you do here with stages.
Last time we were there, I actually finished second to Chicken, and I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what Texas is gonna be because if I ran second to probably the fastest guy that day, I mean, it's hard to say what will happen though, because Texas is one of those tracks where it's obviously pack racing, and then there's going to be some incidents within the track. But I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next week.
Well, there we go. Texas being next week. And we'll have to see how you do, Cyber. So excellent run, P2 in that number three machine. So let's go over to the opposite side. So the in-game teammate and real-life teammate. We have to go to Tyler Reddick, so all the way down here. UK, you said you didn't want to run this race, and here you are in victory lane. How does that feel?
Feels pretty good, especially. I didn't think it was gonna happen. I lagged out at qualifying. I lost connection after the qualifying. I think I realized I was gonna start in the very, very back, and that was gonna be fun to do.
Well, it was going to be fun to do. So, like, literally starting dead last. Well, not dead last, I guess. Piper started
19th.
dead last. So,
I
19th,
started that.
essentially last. And driving all the way through the field. Now, I was curious, and I should have asked Cyber this as well. So, I guess dual question for both of you. Stage one, I would have never thought you both would have been able to make it the entire stage on those tires. Do you guys remember what your tire wear was at? What percentage?
My right rear was on 1% when I crossed the line. So there, I very closely made it somehow.
I think mine was on 3.
On three. Oh wow. Because I know when we were talking about it in the race, Nathan was also on 1%. So yeah, we have a potential for a well, I guess not potential. That started the entire rest of the race, and ever since then, it seemed like UK. A lot of your the competition that was up there, like Bassbuck, Hunty, all got swept in that. Even Monster got trapped a lap down during all that. I mean, did you think that was kind of what swung the race your way?
Um, Maybe a little bit. I think Hunty, he probably would have been up there with us at the end if he didn't get trapped. I think he was in a free pass spot going into the stage two. Well, coming to the end of stage two and spun himself out or something. So
Oof.
I don't know what happened to him, but I heard someone in the chat say Hunty wrecked, and I was kind of mad for that.
Oh man. Well,
'Cause all 4 of our cars, they look pretty good today. At one point,
yes.
I think it was the top 4.
Yes, honestly, well, out of everyone in the field, of course, the lowest finishing was Hunty in P16. But even then, you had a you had a comeback from Monster to finish P6, so he was all over the place as well. But still, Mo Power showing up and closing out 1-2 from you guys. Texas is next week, UK. Now, if I recall correctly, you were in the top five in season zero there. That was, of course, with no stages. With stages, it's going to be a little bit of a different kind of race. You already have 2 wins on the board this season, so you are like 100% in the playoffs. So like there's no question on it. Do you feel like you gotta like you can like lean back and relax a little, or do you want to go for those playoff points to kind of transition you through the rounds?
I want to go out there and get all the points I can.
I
You
like it.
won't
I
see
like
me.
it.
You won't see me laying back.
Well, you like I said, you said that you didn't want to run this race, and here you are in the winner circle. So we have UK as our race winner today. Cyber finishing P2, and Bassbuck getting the first podium for DEI in the Challenger Series. Of course, Cade got his podium in the winners circle on season one Daytona just a few weeks ago. So, any final thoughts before we close on out, guys? Good talk.
Done. Well,
So,
I got chick cakes on the podium. That's all I'll say.
well, there we go. And with that, we have our final race of the week here in the Challenger Series. So we have our new race week starting this Saturday at Iowa, and it's one of my personal favorite tracks. I know it's not a lot for some of these guys, but I love Iowa, so I'm looking forward to calling it. We have MRL F1 on Sunday. And then we go into race 2 of the Open on Monday, and then next Tuesday we'll be back for the Challenger Series at Texas. So with that, thank you, Nathan, for our in-race reporting, and congrats on our podium, guys. This is your host, Private Patton, and we're going to catch you in the next one. Have a good night, everyone. Peace.